So here we are. I have some unexpected time off. So Sarah is going to be my muscles. And I did a job for someone and I just charged them basically cost. And they gave me these slightly broken brewing tanks for nothing. And all I had to do to fix it was just do a bit of plastic welding. In the 18th century they had tea wine. They actually used to make alcohol out of tea and sugar, and then...
Sorry, I still think that sounds gross. But, you know...
Apparently it was a very common drink, but what happened was they actually found out that grapes are actually cheaper to grow in Europe than it was to export sugar. So that's how the whole grape wine thing started, apparently. First time ever brewing. We've sanitized this, boiled up our water on the fireplace, add the tea bags, set them brew for an hour or so and let them cool down, and then we'll add the sugar and start our mix.
We just need one in each, do we?
I put 2 tea bags in each. So let's fill this up with tea and we'll see how far we get, and then we'll add the sugar required. Yes.
I was going to say, we've actually got 2 types of yeast. We've got the bread maker stuff that's got like the floury stuff, and we've got the active yeast.
Shall we use the active and we'll see how it works out?
I would probably go for the active.
Standard caster sugar. 6.3 kilos we require. The more sugar we stick in, the more alcoholic it's going to be. What do you want?
Bung it in.
Bung it in, alright. Can you see the sugar level there?
All the sugar in the bottom. So if we just get a nice whirlpool going on without it spilling.
Just finished mixing for the last half an hour. I'm pretty certain it's all dissolved. I'm just going to get a teaspoon of this.
Yeah.
So it should just grow.
Excuse kids making lunch boxes in the background.
Yep, alright. Mix it in. Right. Yes, that's my homemade bung. I bought bungs that were too big, so
We made a bung.
I made it smaller the Clint way. So that there is an airlock, and it should start bubbling through there. So
how do you, because you just put some water in it, didn't you? Ooh. I don't know how that works, but that's so cool.
I know, I just want to put a little water on it. So it's up to the line. Right. Right, let's see if it starts bubbling in the next hour or so.
Ah, so that thing there starts bubbling.
Yeah, so all the gas comes through here. So if gas comes out, it can't go back in.
Technology. This tea wine has been festering in a cupboard for about 6 weeks, 6.5 weeks.
2 weeks longer than it should have been, but I've been told that should be okay.
So, we're going to do a bit of a taste test, and we've got this, we've got an alcohol tester thing as well. So, it doesn't smell unlike our apple cider vinegar.
I hope it hasn't turned to vinegar.
Is this sweet? Dying to know. Ooh.
It is reminiscent of wine.
How do I describe that?
It's very fruity.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. It is very fruity, which
it,
surprises me. I didn't expect that.
It's almost like those dessert wines that Barry used to buy years ago.
Yeah, it's like a dessert wine.
Yeah.
I can taste slight sort of tea undertones. Yeah, it's fruity with the essence of tea. I'm not sure I can really taste the vinegar actually. It's just sort of like I can smell it a little bit. I think maybe we should have done this like a week sooner.
Really
It's
nice.
interesting. I'll be interested though to do the alcohol test. So, to fill that.
Right.
Look that in. We may have filled it up a bit much.
It's alright, it's the watermark that we're going to. That's about right.
We were meant to do a
Somehow a butt got on there.
a twisty thing to get. What does it say?
About 11% alcohol.
Oh, right. Okay. That surprises me.
So that's about 11%.
It doesn't taste alcoholic.
I think that
Yeah,
is
it's
potentially drinkable.
It's reminiscent of the days when we were into our Asti Riccadonna.
It's not very clear. I sort of expected it to go.
Well,
clearish.
No, I didn't. 'Cause I mean, it's tea. I mean, I wouldn't expect tea to go clear.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be cloudy like that.
We just did a little bit more research, meaning we've been Googling.
And we've actually been taste testing it, and we've been fighting over what to do with this.
Yeah. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to leave it. We're not going to bottle it.
Yeah, leave it for another 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
Yes, it's at about the right alcohol percentage that it should be. But something that was mentioned on one of the recipes for this we looked at was adding a bit of citrus. So adding a bit of zesty, like I actually reckon lemon would be brilliant because I think it needs something to counteract that sweetness.
But we have none.
But we have none, but we have oranges. So I'm going to zest about half an orange and we're going to put some orange zest in here. Should we just put a little bit in the glass just so to see the colour?
Okay, you're going to get a wine glass, yep. We went through and we read some stuff, and apparently it's not meant to smell that good. It doesn't smell that bad.
Yeah, apparently it's not meant to smell great. So we could be on track.
So it sounds like we're on track somehow. Let's have a look.
So just so you guys can see the colour. Oh, look, it looks quite nice actually.
It does look like a nice golden colour. That is very
It is
nice.
Quite nice and goldeny. Hang on, I'll put it next to you so you can sort of... It does look very nice and goldeny. It's a little bit on the murky side maybe.
Yeah, well hopefully
Yeah.
they'll clear it. Because there's still yeast at the top. And because this is our first time brewing, apparently the yeast should float to the bottom.
Mm.
And I think that's what had me slightly freaking out.
And
So-
it probably would help if we had a glass thing, because then we could actually see
See.
exactly what was going on, but we can't.
with 26 litres that we've got in here, if we get 34 bottles
We
out
don't
of
do
this,
things by halves.
that will save us approximately $200 in cheap wine every year. Cheaper ways, people, don't forget it. Something cool about doing stuff yourself.
It's interesting.
Report back in another 2 weeks,
Mm.
and I just have to top this up with a bit of water.
Okay, so has it been 2 or 3 weeks since I last?
2 weeks. I've been pretty
2
desperate
weeks.
to get back to this.
He has been he's been counting down the sleeps. He's very excited right now. We take the lid off this thing, see what we got.
That looks a lot clearer.
It does look clearer.
And it certainly smells different.
Oh, that doesn't smell as vinegary as it did last time.
I smell the orange in it. We might have gone overboard on the zest.
It smells yummy. Oh, that smells like alcoholic orange juice.
That is not unpleasant.
Oh. It's not unpleasant. I think the orange has definitely helped it. It's very...
I actually quite liked it before. It's actually...
I like it better now.
It's not as fruity. It sort of tasted like a bit like currants before, but now it's very...
Oh, no, I'd actually go the opposite. It was fruity. I can taste currants in it now. I don't know why, because there isn't any. It's got very
Actually, you still can.
mild tea undertone, but not as much as last time.
You'd think there was
You can-
masses of fruit in it, wouldn't you?
You would. You can taste that orangey in it.
Oh, you can definitely taste
I mean,
the orange in it.
it would definitely be classified as a dessert wine. You know, it's sweet. It's probably a bit too easy drinkable.
Well, let's see what the
I
alcohol
mean-
content is, shall we?
While I would happily sit down and drink this, I don't think it would actually replace a bottle of wine from the store, but it'll see us pretty happy over Christmas.
Right.
Right. The alcohol tester, and then you need to give it a wee swivel.
What are we sitting at?
So that's
Oh, hang on.
5% there.
Oh, okay, so we're sitting at just in 10%. Oh, of course, yeah, okay, so we're sitting at in the 10% range.
Okay, so this is not a week later. This is the following morning. Reason being, we've done a bit of investigation, and it turns out last week when we opened it up and we saw that scum on top, that's when you're actually meant to bottle it. You carefully scoop the scum off the top and then you bottle it. It is drinkable straight away, but it is best if you bottle it and you actually cellar it for a few months. All things that we are learning. That's why this video will probably be called part 1, because we'll put some bottles in the pantry. We're just doing an overnight alcohol test, see if anything's changed. We'll bottle this now. We'll do a taste test later on, probably tomorrow maybe, once one bottle is chilled down, and just report back. But we'll probably do another taste test in a few months' time and see how it's progressed. And we're gonna try another batch. Probably not straight away, but I don't know. But we will see, because I've got a theory that lemon would be so nice in here as opposed to orange. Now with the alcohol levels, apparently the more it's exposed to air when it's brewing, the more the alcohol levels will drop. So hence why often when you see people doing it, they've got these big bottles with the tiny little nozzles on. Of course, this is just the buckets that we got. We actually got given these free from someone, and we modified it with the thing on top and everything. So we're just using what we've got. We'll keep on using these regardless. It's what we did our apple cider vinegar in, and you know, they've been good. So we're going to start siphoning these out.
I remember my dad teaching me how to do this with petrol and thinking he was so neat until I tried it with petrol, and then it just wasn't.
Oh, I've done that with water.
There's some pretty contradictory videos out there, so we're suffering so you can learn, because
Yes, we are experimenting. We make the mistakes so you don't have to, and you can laugh at us. If there's anything else like this, by the way, that anyone wants us to try, we're pretty open to trying dumb stuff. It may be evident. So let us know. Just leave me a comment. Let me know. And we're quite open to trying stuff. So that's all the scum at the bottom. Nice.
the plugs and everything, I bought 2 sets, and they're really cheap from bin in. It costs like $12.
Now, I mean, there's a lot of ifs and buts. If we're willing to replace our normal weekly bottle of wine with one of these, I don't know, we're going to let them sit for a bit and then decide. That's $252 worth. I mean, if we were to replace one bottle a week, that's $364.
Yeah.
We drink about $364 worth of wine every year. Just give it a go, and if not, keep following us, because we're going to keep giving this a go. Okay, it's the time we've all been waiting for.
Yes.
This has been chilling for a bit.
I've been out working on the tractor. I've been longing for a nice chilled drink. I reckon this will get better with age. We shall see.
Tea, wine. I did not think this was going to work. Cheers.
That's nice.
It is nice if you are into your dessert wines and you like really sweet stuff.
It is so good cold. Unfortunately, it is. I like savouring it.
Yeah, I would not choose this over our normal wine.
No, but in a pinch, I think it will be fine.
I mean, it'll stop us buying excess bottles of our usual stuff over Christmas.
Oh,
So, you
after
know.
a hard day's work, should I ever do one again?
Oh yeah, I mean it is very refreshing. It is, you know,
Oh,
you
yeah.
definitely need to have it chilled.
Oh yeah, that is. Oh, on a hot day, this just hit the spot, I think.
It is very sweet. I do. Next time we try this, and we will try another batch of this, lemon rind instead of orange rind. You can definitely taste that orangey flavour in it though.
Yeah.
I wasn't
yeah.
sure if you would because it was one orange in a huge bucket, but
Very
It is.
dangerous though. I could see us giving this to
It's-
someone thinking, oh, this is
it's
great.
quite. I would actually, and I'd be tempted to do. I'd be tempted to put a few ice cubes in this. You know, you could even turn it into a spritzer, put a bit of lemonade in with it maybe, or would that
Maybe.
be a bit over sweet?
Yeah, no, that
Tonic
would be
water.
over. Actually, that would cut it
Tonic
quite
water.
nice. Tonic. Oh, I do not like tonic water, but I reckon that could actually bring
I
it
like
back.
tonic water.
Yeah. I mean, it is very. It's very drinkable. I mean,
I mean, you've just quaffed most of that.
I know it's good stuff.
Here we go, look, guys.
It's
Stay tuned, because we are going to keep experimenting with this. Because this is worth experimenting with.
yeah. If you like iced tea, if you like that Lipton's iced tea, actually that's
Yeah.
that is
It's like
actually
an alcoholic version of that.
this
isn't
is
it?
alcoholic Lipton's.
It is.
Good stuff
Stay tuned.
for our next adventure. Cheers, mate.